Let's begin with content orientation. Most people are uncertain to shoot videos horizontally or vertically. So what this means is like you're not sure if you want to shoot this way or this way. Horizontal format is widely accepted everywhere because it's a normal thing. Because films were shot that way, videos are shot that way. But so this horizontal platform is they use the aspect ratio of 16:9. Okay, 16:9. Uh, so platforms like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all these are common social media websites that accept horizontal. And then there's also vertical content. So vertical videos, on the other hand, they use the opposite. They use 9/16. Okay, but the same platforms, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, they also accept vertical content. But Instagram, they accept it a different way. Instagram, instead of posts, is Instagram stories. Okay, and for YouTube now you can upload a vertical video but if you were to view it on a computer, it will probably still have like the black color bar next to it. But if you watch on your phone, right, it'll be full. There is apps like TikTok that is strictly just vertical. So TikTok, if you were to upload a horizontal video, the app will be slanted. Like you upload a horizontal video, you have to turn your phone like this to watch it, and then everything else is slanted. So it makes no sense lah. This is the workflow that goes into producing a video. Okay, we have pre-production, production, and post-production. Okay, during pre-production is where you have to plan out what type of videos you want to produce and plan out how to execute it. So, for example, let's say you have an idea for a video, right? You'll take a piece of paper. Okay, nowadays got technology, right? You just type it out. You type an idea. Okay, so that's how you can work on your idea. And then after that, let's say some of you are visually you can see the idea visually better. So that's why we have storyboarding. So you can sketch out what you see in your head. At the same time, you can also write down how the idea can be conceptualized and developed on. Okay, so and then thirdly, in pre-production, we have deliverables planning. Yeah, so deliverables planning is basically when you are planning out a video. For example, you want to make a promotional video for, let's say, YouTube, okay, and you shoot it in 16:9, which is horizontal, okay, but you already upload to YouTube, and then you think about it. I think maybe I want to upload to TikTok, but how like that? You already shot it this way. This is why planning ahead is important lah. So before you even shoot the video, know where you want to post it. So you know which orientation you want to shoot. Production is basically executing what you have planned out in pre-production. So you're taking your ideas from paper and gonna go out there and produce it, gonna shoot it. So production can consist of shooting it, even making the set design itself is also part of production. The lighting is also part of production. In some cases, you might have to reshoot. Okay, so after you already shot all your assets that from planning, you shot it already. Now what's next? Next is to stitch them all up together to produce a video. Okay, so in post production, we will assemble the clips, edit them, and match them in a sequence to form the video with the deliverables in mind lah. So when you edit, you must already know you want to put where. You want to put on TikTok, okay, I will edit in this 9:16. You want to put on Facebook, okay, I want to put 1:1. So this whole workflow is how to say, is very versatile. It's not just if the flow is like that. So how the whole workflow is, let's say you already plan a video, okay? Then you shot it, and then you reach at the editing phase, which is post-production. At post-production, let's say you already shot it, but it doesn't look good. You don't like it. So you have to go back to production and reshoot. Okay? You reshoot already. So you reshoot already and it goes back to post-production. But what if you go to post-production? Make the whole video already. And then in the end, you actually don't like it. And that's why you have to go back to pre-production, replan what you don't like about the video, and then the whole workflow will start over again. So that's why I would say pre-production is the most important. If you can nail down the pre-production and plan out how you want to shoot it, everything should go smoothly lah. You will need a smartphone, of course. You need a bright room or location to film in, and also a small set or a location that is nice that you want to shoot at. It's that simple. This one, if you are more cow, you more pro, right? You will have this. So let's say you have a ring light. You have a ring light, or you have like a phone tripod, and then this will be easier for you to create the videos lah. But even if you don't have them, it's okay lah. And also, if you have a second smartphone, it will also help in making the videos better. Uh, why I say that is maybe you can use one phone as a camera, another phone is nearer to you as a microphone. Okay, so basically resolution, for those that don't know, is the number of pixels you see on the screen. But in a simpler term, you can say that resolution is the quality of the video. So you know when you go and browse YouTube, there's a like a gear that you can adjust the setting. You can see all type of numbers, right? So the higher the resolution, the higher the quality of the video. Okay, so but we will learn how to shoot in full HD because full HD is the standard right now. All smartphones now are able to shoot in full HD. Full HD is 1080p. Okay, so some models can shoot up to 4K resolution or even 8K, like I mentioned before. So like this example I'm showing here, you can see the difference between the Android and iPhone settings. If you own either Android or iPhone, you will have this setting in your camera. So as you can see, I'm gonna refer to the iPhone one. iPhone one is simpler to see. Okay, iPhone one, you see at the bottom there, it says there 720p HD all the way to 4K at the bottom. So that being 720p is the lowest resolution, 4K is the highest. Just a take note, the higher the resolution you shoot, the more memory you will use. So make sure you got space in your phone before if you plan to shoot higher resolution, okay? So FPS means frames per second. Frames per second. So FPS, frames per second, means the number of frames in 1 second. So as you see in the screenshot, you see the options for 30 and 60 FPS, right? So there's 30 FPS, 60 FPS. When you shoot at 30 FPS, it is similar to how films shoot because films is like normal movement, but 60 FPS is for more frames. To shoot slow motion, you need more frames. So ideally, you use 60 FPS and above. So if you want to shoot slow motion, go higher frame rate lah. Composition is how you frame a subject or compose your shot lah. The rules of third is where we divide the image into thirds, and then we use 2 out of 3 of the grid to frame the subject. So as you can see on the left, the subject is in 2 out of 3 of the grid. Yeah. So this kind of framing is this off-center composition is pleasing to the eye because it's typically where the eyes go first. So when there's a subject or object off center, it also gives the viewer the ability to interact with the space between them. So this allows for like interpretation and conversation. So like you see my subject, so he's looking to someone. There's a space there, right? There's nothing there, right? Yeah. So that's what we call negative space. So in this framing, this is for conversation lah. So you want to frame someone like this, make sure that where he's looking at, there's a negative space, there's nothing there. So let's say you want your product to be really dead center. So you need a guide, right? So in your phones, when you turn on the grid, you can use that grid as a guide to frame your subjects better. Like this one, for example. The foreground is actually a Starbucks cup. And the subject is in the mid-ground, and the background is just the wall. So for a better use of this method of composition, the background should be further. So let me show you a better example. Using this was all shot by using a phone. Like this, for example, I'm using the plant as the foreground, and my subject is the mid-ground, and then the background is far away. But this one is example indoors. But if you shot outdoors, it can be much more obvious. Next is common shot sizes used when producing a video. We have the wide, medium close-up, and close-up. The wide shot, we show most of the subject, and it's normally used to show the environment or the space. Okay, medium close up is framed from the chest up and typically favors the face, but it still keeps the subject somewhat distant. You can see like he's near, but it's actually quite far. So close up is okay. Close up is used to show like emotions and expressions of a person. Like you imagine watching a K drama, and it comes to a scene where the oppa is crying for the girl, but the shot, if the shot is far away, would you feel anything? So this is where we use the close up. We can see more of the expression. So let's say we use for another context instead of a person, we use a product. So close up is very important in product also. Like the if you have seen phone commercials, they always close up super close the phone camera to show dual pixel camera, whatever. Yeah, so that's why close up is so key here. I would suggest to use the rear camera, which is the camera on the back, not on the screen side, because generally the camera on the back is better quality than the front one. Let's say you're shooting using a rear camera, right? You're shooting yourself. How am I supposed to see myself? If you can, grab a mirror, put it in front of the screen so you can see yourself. Now you're wondering. So let's say you don't have a phone tripod, we can use a stack of books to use as a tripod for a stable shot, as you can see here in my example. And lastly, my tip is to shoot during the day or somewhere that's bright lah, because it's proven that when you shoot videos on phone at night, the quality is very bad. So please shoot during like brighter areas lah. Okay, I'm gonna show you an example of what we call rushes. Rushes is like footages that you're gonna use in the video, but it's not edited in yet. So let me show you some of my rushes. Yeah, this is my first one. This is my second one. This is my last one. So some audio recording tips for smartphone. You use your phone, right, to record audio, but you don't hold it. You don't hold it. Okay. So first of all, you must start in a quiet room. Everything so let's say appliances like fan or aircon. Actually, if you just keep quiet, you can hear that they make a lot of noise. Okay, so when you're recording, you want the audio to be clean. You don't want to hear anything else. You don't want to hear children or anything. You make sure that you're in a quiet room. Switch off the aircon, switch off the fan, just for a while, just to record this audio. And then, if you can, try to record as close as possible to your subject. So, like me, I'm talking right now. You can put the phone nearer to you. Okay. So the next thing is refrain from holding the phone, because when you hold the phone like this, right, the mic is inside the phone. So when your finger is like fidgeting or you just move a bit, the vibration will be picked up by the phone. Okay, we want to record clean sound as much as possible. What I recommend is you can either, if you have a phone tripod, you can mount it on a phone tripod, or you can get like something that's high that you can rest on, and then you just speak into the microphone of your phone. So it depends. Some phones, their microphone is at the bottom. Some phones, their microphone is on top. Okay, so how you can tell is you just record, then you just talk from here, and then talk from here, then you can tell where is the mic actually is lah. Yeah, then when you actually want to do recording, don't hold the phone lah, put it on a stable surface. So let's summarize what we have learned today. So we did content orientation, horizontal, vertical. We learned how to shoot on the smartphone, and we also learned how to record clean audio. Let's just do a recap from session 1. Yeah. So in session 1, we learned about how the different orientation is in content orientation and the right settings to shoot on the smartphone, and also audio recording. So audio recording, some of you, a lot of you didn't get to upload to Facebook because Facebook doesn't allow it. So you can send your audio recording to me on WhatsApp personally, and I can tell you if there's anything that can be improved for yours. It's really good. So far, the ones that already sent me is quite good. So some of you shot in horizontal, some of you shot in vertical. So again, I will reiterate, if if you really want to put on somewhere that only can show vertical, then you can shoot vertical. It's okay for some of you if you shot vertically but meant for it to be horizontal. That's the whole point lah. We can repurpose them in the different aspect ratios. You can turn a vertical video to horizontal also. It just bear in mind that when you shoot vertical and you do plan to turn it into horizontal, that you just need more space. So you just need to shoot a bit further. That's all lah. Not everyone is capable of shooting quality videos on their phone, right? We can piece everything together in the phone. You just need a phone. You can use a phone, iPad. You don't need a computer lah, basically, for this one. If you're running an Android phone, you have to use the Google Play Store, not the Samsung Store, the Google Play Store. For Apple, it's just one app store. So you have to download InShot. We choose InShot because those professional applications like Adobe, they have their own version in the mobile app. But the thing is, the mobile app is very limited. Like the free functions are very limited compared to this app. This app is free, but the free tools is better than the like Adobe. That's why I chose this one. A lot of the video apps can't really crop or rotate videos, surprisingly. So you can use this one. Okay, let's move on. So I will teach how the workflow is for post-production. So in post-production, what we're going to learn today is how to import the rushes that you just shot, how to assemble them, and also transitions, and then we're going to add text, and we're going to add music. Okay, about music, right? The music library is free in short, in a sense that in the app itself, it comes with a music library you can choose from. It's not copyrighted. After music, we will learn how to export. So we will export according to the deliverables. Basically, if you want to export in 16:9 or 9/16. I will just run through first how to do everything. Then later we all will do together. Okay, I will share my phone screen, then we do together. Okay, so first we will import, right? So we will select video. Then we will select a new project. And then after that, you will select the clips you want to import into your project. So after you already import your clip, so when you have multiple clips in a sequence and you arrange them in a way that you want it to be, that is called assembly lah. So assembly will consist of different clips joined together, and like you can cut or trim the clips to be shorter or longer. And that also is part of assembly. The assembly is just roughly to show how the video will look like in a sequence. Next is transition. So transition is basically when you take from one video, cut to another video, and then sometimes you'll see in videos, you'll see like a crossfade or fade to black, something like that. That is still a transition. So in this app, there is a few transitions which I obviously cannot show right now through the slide, but I will show later when we do together. There are some free ones and there are some paid ones, but the free one is enough for transitions. Next, we will also learn how to add text to your video. In this app, you can add text, and also you have the ability to change the color, the font, the size and spacing of the text, and also some basic text animation. And also music, like I mentioned just now, they have a music library as you see on the right. You can either use the music from them, or you can use your own music that is from your phone lah. And also you see here they have an option that says extract audio from video. Yeah, you also can extract audio from another video. Just make sure that the music you use is either royalty free or it's a music that you own lah, so that you won't get flagged down or copyrighted. And lastly is exporting. When you export, you will have to just double check which quality that you want to export to. So I say the standard is at least 1080p, but if you want to go higher, you can. And then that should be it. Hello everyone, my name is Noramir, and I'm here to show you how to edit your videos on InShot on your smartphone. So first step, let's import your rushes into the app. So first, what you're going to need to do is tap on video, and then select the rushes that you want to import. So once you have selected the rushes that you want to import, press the green button on the bottom right. Now what you see here is your sequence. If you scrub through on the bottom with your one finger, you can see your sequence. Now let's learn how to edit this sequence. So first, I want to trim this clip into a shorter duration, preferably to 3 seconds. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to tap on the clip. Then you see the bottom left and bottom right, they appear a white box, an icon. That is for you to trim. So I'm gonna drag from the left, drag on the white box towards where you want to trim. I want to trim for a 3-second duration, and there we go. Next, we're gonna learn how to crop our rushes if need be. So first step is you're gonna tap on the clip, and then you're gonna look for crop. So we are planning for this to be 16:9, so I'm gonna be choosing 16:9. And you can use 2 fingers and just pinch until you get the cropping that you want. Other than crop, there's also a skew button, which is to adjust the rotation. Once you're satisfied, you can press tick. At any point of time, if you want to swap your clips order, you can easily do so by holding down at the sequence, and then this will pop up. Then you can drag to swap whatever order you want. Now let's add some transitions to our video. To add transitions, just press the white box in between clips and choose a transition. Once you've chosen a transition, drag the bar at the top to adjust how fast the transition can be. And once you're satisfied with the transition, just press the tick on the right side. Now, let's learn how to add text to our video. So first, look for the text icon and tap on it. Next, just type out the text that you want to type. You can change the color, the text here. You can also change the font. And you also can change the size and spacing. And also the animation. So for the animation, I'm just gonna choosing for it to come in like this under in, and I'm gonna press out. It will crossfade out. And once you're done, just press the tick icon on the right and adjust it to where you want it to be. Next, we're gonna add music, but before we do that, we need to mute all the rushes here. So how we're gonna do that is we're gonna press volume, and then we're gonna go to 0% and press the tick on the left to apply to all rushes. Apply to all. And now the rushes will be muted, and now we can add music. So to add music, simply go to music, tracks, and look for the music that you want to add. Now, if your music is too long for your video, you can simply press the track and press split, and you can delete off the extra ends. Once you're satisfied, you can press the tick on the right side. Now to export. How to export? Press the button on the top right. Make sure your resolution is set to 1080p. Your frame rate is at 30 FPS. And press save. And you're done. You do have the options to press and share to other social media websites, but in other words, you can also save this to your phone under save to files. And there you go. I hope this was very useful and helpful for everyone. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back to the session today to creating video assets for marketing and advertising for businesses. This course was brought to you by Raikanimu and Muse. Crash course by MuseCademy. And I don't think I have to really introduce myself, but so today is the last session. Let's do a quick recap. Okay, so session 1 we learned how to do content orientation, horizontal and vertical. And we learn how to shoot on the smartphone with the right settings. And we learn how to record clean audio. Clean audio using the phone. So Amalim, you were not here for session 2, right? Okay, so session 2 we learn how to edit. We learn how to do post-production on the phone. So we learn how to import, example, we learn how to do transitions, text, add royalty-free music, and export. So assignment 2, I gave a assignment. So the assignment was for you all to have recorded your rushes and then edit them in a way that it's like a promotional video for your own product or service. And I did mention that at the end of the video, you must have a call to action. You have call to action and show people where they can go to look for your product or your service. Okay, let me just show you the video that I did that is horizontal. So let me show you how I changed it. I repurposed it to be vertical. Okay, let's say you already have a video that's horizontal that you edited in InShot, right? First, what you're going to do is you're going to duplicate this horizontal one. So you don't have to redo it. Press the 3 dots. Then you press copy. Then you can rename this one first to vertical. Okay. Then you open it. So now this is in horizontal. So let's change it to vertical, yeah. So first you press the clip, then you press canvas. There is a few ways to do it, but I'll show you. So let's say I want it to be vertical, which is 9 is to 16. So if you press 9 to 16, this is gonna happen. These transparent borders will come up. So it's either you do this, so on vertical screen it will look like this, or if you want to make it better, what you can do is, so you remove it first, no frame. So what you have to do is just go to crop. When you go to crop, then you press 9 by 16. Then you just zoom out to what you want to zoom out. Then once you're done, just press tick. And the crop version will look like this. Yeah. So let's say you've done something like mine, where you're supposed to have like mine, I have the biscuit sting, right? Like this, where there's like a special effect. So you still have to recrop it. But when you recrop it, you need to think about the vertical instead lah. So if you're gonna crop like this, the biscuit will be very huge. And because there's a stick here, I cropped it out this way. So I'm just gonna make the screen as big as possible first. Yeah, so once you already change it to vertical like this, sometimes your text also need to shift. You see how the text is covering the biscuit now? Yeah. So for this one, what I would do is I would edit the text. I would duplicate this text layer because I want one word to be on top and one word to be below. So the top one, we can edit it and just remove the yummy. Then the bottom one, you can press edit to remove the super. Then you have to align it in a way that you like lah. So
So you see how can see my stick. So that's why when you're repurposing, if you plan to if you want to repurpose, you need to really look where you frame first. Yeah.